that was quite interesting, the mechanics there from Rado, please. But nevertheless, he does go down. Another kill onto Maokai. Now 2 for 0 in that top lane, and he's having a fun time.
Kale's
It's been interesting there, though, wasn't it?
Far too long. She's really not making enough use out of it. So Jimmy's really falling behind in that top lane, and she's gonna get worse and worse for him.
I feel like there's no real need to hold on to the ultimate that long, is there? I mean, it has such a short cooldown. You can use it at the start of the fight to make them want to, you know, stop the engagement onto you. But nevertheless, he's choosing to use it in a way that's not working too well for him. And this should probably be the top tower coming out for Zinc here. And he has absolutely destroyed this top lane. Just had complete control of it all game. And there's his reward for it.
Yeah, I think this matchup's going to come down to Triss versus Maokai, and I think Blue side have the advantage with the Orianna and the ball delivery in that way. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out and how their Ahri snowballs into the mid game.
Definitely, I mean, that's going to be Torval absolutely annihilating that tower, though. That's that damage that we knew he had. You know, the waste of the shockwave there from Orianna, they weren't all on the same page there. Well done to get that tower, have the lantern right in the middle there, so after the shockwave was done, Torval was able to get out quite safely. It's nevertheless, that is going to the mid tower, so it's 2 towers to 1 at the moment. Gold lead is the side of Blue side because of the extra kills they've picked up, and we have another pause coming out. So apologies if I keep lagging, guys. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Not a lot I can do, but so if you are on purple side here, Billy, what would you be doing if you were Torval?
If I was Torval right now, I'd be focused on getting that static shift and just farming up. Because in reality, the later this game goes, the stronger Triss gets and the weaker Corki gets in reality. So it's really just going to come down to how he plays these team fights and how well he can stay away from that Maokai and kite him out.
Yeah, definitely. So I feel like this top lane's probably almost all over. I mean, I just don't see Jimmy coming back and being able to win any skirmishes with Zinc at the moment. Got himself that Roa. He's actually building into armor now, which I suppose is obviously to stop Triss damage, of course. But in the top lane, it should still mitigate enough damage that Kale can't really do too much against him. So,
well, in the top lane, it's more about that passive. He can just heal everything she throws at him. And I think each E counts as a spell cast towards his passive as well. So it's looking pretty good up top.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Kale is managing to keep himself up with CS, but obviously giving away two cheap kills. I mean, realistically, they were fairly cheap kills. They probably weren't too necessary, but you know, we'll have to wait and see how they can bounce back from this one as a team. We haven't really seen any team fights yet. We've seen, you know, a few 2v2s and 3v3s occur, but there hasn't really been a full-blown team fight. So, I mean, we haven't seen Ahri really use that Deathfire yet. So it's all going to come down to this first big team fight. We're going to have to wait and see how they can play this one out. But hopefully we can get this pause done soon and get back into the action.
Yeah,
I don't feel that the Janna's contributing too much.
Yeah, well, the Janna's laning presence is more about just keeping up and just sitting in that lane for a while. But once we start seeing team fights and stuff, you'll start seeing her to separate the team fights a bit and really cashing people out. It's actually interesting, the mechanic with Kha'Zix there, with the isolation damage in the Janna. You can really easily isolate someone.
Yeah, that's very true, I suppose. If it is played to perfection, can definitely work out. So we've seen the reconnects coming out, I think. So hopefully, we've got all players back into the game and ready to go. But yeah, I guess in the bot lane, so many things went right for the purple side here, but they just haven't been able to. Like, they could have got that mid tower a lot earlier, and then they could have got a lot deeper vision in the jungle, because they can, now that they have that mid and bottom tower, they can completely own Blue's red jungle at the moment.
Yeah, what I feel like maybe Pippin should have done is when the lane lost the dragon after that poor fight in the bot lane. Oh, they got the dragon in the bot lane. Sorry. I feel like maybe he should have switched his focus to the top lane just because Zinc was so far ahead and he could really punish that Kayle because she was so far behind. So maybe that would have been the optimal idea for Piven there, but he did keep his focus in the bot lane. It didn't really work out for him.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully I'm not liking too much.
You are lagging.
So we are back. Take it away from me while I try to sort this out. Alrighty, hopefully that can sort it out. Am I still lagging, guys? I apologize. Alrighty, so we should be good to go again, guys. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but it looks like we are going to get the first dragon fight underway. It is going to be red side starting this one up. Did you have the jungle there? They have the capability to take this down awfully quickly. The smite steal is actually coming from, which is really, really bad considering that it was actually so high HP when he jumped in. So really, really cool. And I don't feel there's going to be any trade, but there's going to be the taunt coming out. The TFG is going to come out as well. Arianarod is going to absolutely clean house. Tortle's going to get a kill. He's going to get the reset, but he's going to get taken out. A double kill coming out, and everything is going pear-shaped for Team Alpha Void yet again. So they lose the dragon, they lose the kills. Pretty much didn't.
Sorry, Joel, you're lagging out a bit.
There up from the top tower, and Jimmy is still going to be knocking down there, doing the split pushing, getting that tower as low as possible. I apologize for the delay, guys. Hopefully it can sort itself out, but
Just a thing to mention there is that Corky did get the shutdown gold on there.
Right there, hey Billy.
Yeah, Corky did get the shutdown gold there on Tristana, and he did pick up a double kill, so it'll be interesting to see if this Corky does end up snowballing and actually out-trading the Trist.
Well, he's definitely giving himself every opportunity to, because that was a absolutely horrific team fight for Purple side here. So, I mean, as you touched on, that's everything Corky to get back into this game.
Really? Would you
Alright,
like
guys.
to take it?
Yeah, well, what Zinc tried to do there is he tried to save his TP walking to the dragon, but he did realise the dragon was going too low and did have to TP, which did make him lose the top tower, so they did trade off the dragon for the tower. Interesting to see what red side will do to react to this. They are moving up to the top side of the map with the Baron pressure coming out from blue side here with the tanky Maokai. They can take that down very easily with the isolation damage from Kha'Zix.
But I don't think they'll be doing that anytime soon, considering that he's walking into the bot lane and all their vision is focused down there at the moment with two pinks sitting down there.
Yeah, he hasn't evolved the Q yet. He has got the W, so maybe team opting for a bit of a siege soon. With the Trist Ahri, it will be quite difficult, so they do have to find a way to force some fights and really come out on top. They want to get down some of these towers. So Chad, what are your thoughts on the top side of the map at the moment? Jungle matchup and top matchup?
I was very surprised, to be honest. I thought, because I wasn't feeling that well, so I went to the bathroom very quickly. But I assumed that Kayle was going to win that lane, just flat out win it. I thought Jimmy was going to beat the Maokai, but especially with his nerfs that came in last patch, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The jungle, Delicious is still slightly, not really, but he's still slightly getting out jungled by Peeben, which, as I said to Joel, is really surprising considering that Delicious is keeping up with Shenfire, who is rank 4 for AC at the moment with the jungling.
Yeah, maybe you might think maybe he tilted from last game. You never know what happens in the mind of these players. But blue side, not a lot happening at the moment. We do see a few items coming out from Oriana. She does have that death cap now, so her shockwaves are going to be hurting a lot.
I mean, it's very interesting to see Oriana go for an offensive summoner spell. I think that worked out for her, I'm assuming. Just because you and me, usually when we play in solo here, we take defensive ones, but Fong is a better player than, well, me. Not sure about you, but he's definitely a better player than me, so he obviously knows better.
Well, yeah, especially against that Ari, you do take a risk taking that ignite. Ari can put you 100 to 0 and very quickly, so he did take a bit of a risk there, but they are just going to sit around Baron with a few pinks and try to catch someone out. Blue trinket coming out, and we're going to see an engage here from Zinc. He's going to... I think they're just going to disengage from this one. They don't really have...
Just gonna go
Got
and
to
take the
answer to
red.
this. Yeah, they're just going to give that over to Verocity. Very... Oh no, Pippin decides to steal that one away. Scumbag Pippin. But be interesting to see if they do decide to take this Baron. Ari does have to back. She is very low and does have that passive up, but I don't think she's going to heal a whole lot from it.
But they're getting this Baron at the moment, and it looks like this is going to be uncontested, really.
Yeah, there's going to be no reaction here from red side at all. They did not have vision and did not want to face check that fed Maokai. So good play here from blue side. Oh, the flash shockwave. Wow. Damage coming out from Fong right now is absolutely huge.
That flash was very interesting. I mean, you could just flash over. I think you should have just even saved that flash, maybe, but that looks like that might even be an inhib turret at the moment. What do you think, Billy?
Triss does have the wave clear with her static ship, but I don't think she can get anywhere near that Maokai, so I think this could be an inhib tower for side here. The flash is coming out.
Caught out, and that is beautiful innovation.
Intervention does
right
go
there.
down on Tortle, but it looks like the oh wow, Fong is absolutely huge right now. It does look like the inhibitor could go down here. We do still have the Ari ult and the Vi ult, but I think it's going to back off now. Dragon is up, so it'll be interesting to see whether they go to Dragon and take that bot tower as well.
Alright guys, I think I am back. Loading back into the game. Hopefully I'm not lagging anymore. So what have I missed?
Blue team took Baron and cleaned house on a few turrets, and yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty, so
Fong is
looking
huge.
nice and strong. Yeah, but I can tell that already just by looking at the scoreboard. He has obviously picked up a fair few kills there, and as he touched on in that last game, the Oriana just always has that opportunity to come into the game.
Also seeing a lot of lack of peel for this Tristana as well. The Maokai can just run through everyone and drop it, and the intervention is only going to block so much damage, so...
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I guess they don't have a hell of a lot of peel for her, apart from that fresh flay if he chooses to sit back on her and not try and engage himself. But I guess it's just one of those situations where it just doesn't seem like they're likely to win any team fights, does it? Like, even this Corki's starting to get big now. He's got himself that blade. He's got himself the Triforce. He's going to be looking to finish off that last Whisper really, really soon as well. And then it's just going to be so much damage coming out.
Yeah, the problem with a big problem with red side at the moment also is the fact that they only really have one tanky member of their team, which is Vi, and she's only been able to invest in armor for this moment. So Fong being very huge at the moment is going to do a lot of damage, and the magic damage coming out from Corki is going to absolutely shred her. So I think she might struggle to find some good engages there.
It's a very, very good point. Like when you think about it, with the recent revelations, with everyone realizing how much magic damage Corki is, building the armor is literally only going to protect you from Kha'Zix at this point. And Kha'Zix isn't really the biggest threat on the team at the moment, so it's a pretty interesting choice. But nevertheless, we'll have to see how it plays out. I think either way, with how big most of the members on this blue side team are, anyone's going to drop that they so choose to attack. So
yeah, also no age is coming out from anyone here on red side, so you know,
they're going to engage you onto Peevan though. That's going to be the Vile to coming out, but he is so tanky. The damage is so low on the side of Team Alpha Void that it just does nothing. And that is going to be Zorosity picking up Delicious. There is going to also be the Ari and Tristana taken down, and I feel like this could almost be game. They're just going to charge into the base. They're going to hit that tower down. That's going to be the mid inhib. Probably going to be a base tower or two as well, considering that there's 20 seconds